This is the Cowboys Report. I am Tom Downey. We've got some Stefon Diggs trade rumors, thanks to his brother Trevon. We'll hear from Jay Glazer, among some other Cowboys Dak Prescott talk, Kyle Pitts trade rumors as well. It's a loaded show, and you guys should always be subscribed and don't miss out on anything. Join the Noti gang here at Chat Sports. Less than 20% of you are actually part of the Noti gang, meaning your notifications are set to all. Do it right now. Click the bell icon. Change it from personalized, what it defaults you to when you first subscribed, to all. You'll be the first to know anything, any video that we do, and you help me feed my family and baby Olivia as well. Get those noties set to all for me right now. We begin with Stefon Diggs again. Here we go. Trevon Diggs starting this one, an interview with Blogging the Boys, and they asked him about Stefon Diggs. Trevon had this to say about his brother. We need Cowboys Nation to go and help and tweet to get bro here. We need everyone to know, you need to put it on notice that we need to get bro to Dallas. Wouldn't it be nice if the Cowboys fixed the wide receiver problem by acquiring Stefon Diggs, and now you got Diggs and Lamb at wide receiver, and I think that's one of the better wide receiver duos in the entire NFL. Look at what Diggs has done in his time in the NFL. 108 catches, 1,400 yards last year, 1,225, 1,000-yard-plus machine in Buffalo/Minnesota. You probably saw him being frustrated by the end of the season as the Bills, hey, turns out when your quarterback doesn't play well, Cowboys fans know this one sadly, things are a bit unhappy for the wide receivers. They're receivers, you know. They just get mad when they lose and they're not getting the ball. But I am not getting my hopes up. Yeah, of course Trevon wants his brother in Dallas. Why wouldn't he? Dallas is a fun spot to be. It's warmer than it is in Buffalo. But that doesn't mean it makes sense for the Bills to do this. They're making a big deal about surrounding Josh Allen. Hey, they probably want a new receiver number 2 as well, because Gabe Davis didn't play that well for them. There's also the money aspect of this, which is a big problem. Diggs' cap hit this upcoming year, $20.27 million. Dallas would only owe him $8.42 this year. I'm all for it. If the Bills trade Stefon Diggs right now, or anytime before June 1st, they lose $17+ million in cap space. Well, they're not going to trade away their best receiver and lose. They do it after June 1st, but they save $8.42 and basically nothing next year. It doesn't make any sense for Buffalo. Remember, it takes 2 teams to make a trade happen. But we'll give you guys a chance to chime in here. What is the percent chance the Cowboys get the Diggs brothers in Dallas and trade for Stefon Diggs? If the ad break comes here on YouTube, take advantage of it. Head down there, get the percent chance that the Cowboys trade for Stefon Diggs in at the pinned comment. Plenty of Dak Prescott talk coming up here. Dak made some interesting comments on Kellen Moore. We'll hear from Jay Glazer from a Super Bowl interview on Dak Prescott, McCarthy, and the Cowboys, and CeeDee Lamb backs Dak Prescott as well. First, the Kellen side. Dak asked, how do you feel about losing Kellen? And he goes, I'm upset, but I'm happy for him, which I don't love that. I don't think you want your quarterback. And I mean, now Dak is like the ultimate little soldier team player. He's not going to raise a fuss about it. And I will say, too, sometimes uncomfortability can be a good thing in the end, especially when the interceptions skyrocketed this past year to 15 interceptions. I would be more worried about that if it weren't such an outlier season compared to his other years, injuries notwithstanding. But there were more tight window throws, etc. I think that's a big factor as to why I'm not panicking on it. Hopefully the Mike McCarthy-led regime on offense will lead to better results in the interception category. You guys can be honest as well in the comments section. Are you mad over losing Kellen Moore? Type in G for you're glad he's gone, or type in M for you're mad and disappointed. More on Dak Prescott from CeeDee Lamb, Jay Glazer. But first, today's Cowboys Report is sponsored by Athletic Greens. I take AG1 by Athletic Greens literally every day. Get comprehensive and convenient daily nutrition at athleticgreens.com/chatsports. I gave AG1 a try because I wanted better gut health and a supplement that actually tastes great. I take AG1 in the morning and it makes me feel prepared to take on my day. Once I've got baby Olivia set up with her breakfast, I make my AG1. I don't feel the need for caffeine in the morning anymore, and I feel energized throughout the day. Plus, AG1 empowers the gut for whole body health. Covering my nutritional bases for the day literally couldn't be any easier. It's why I trust Athletic Greens. I mix 1 small scoop of AG1 with water or apple juice if I'm feeling frisky some mornings and drink it first thing. Done just like that, and I like that it costs less than $3 a day, which is pretty good if you ask me. It's a really effective daily habit with the highest quality sourced ingredients. It's a win-win. If a comprehensive solution is what you need from your supplement routine, then Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Go to athleticgreens.com/chatsports. That's athleticgreens.com/chatsports. Check it out. The link is in the comments section and the description of today's video. More Super Bowl conversation from CeeDee Lamb. He backed Dak Prescott to the Cowboys to help him out more. Sounds like stuff we've said. Here's some of the lengthy comments Lamb has. Asked about what do the Cowboys need, whatever, you know. You got to surround the QB. Look at the Eagles. They've got 3 receivers, a great tight end group. They run the ball well. The O-line is very phenomenal. Look at San Francisco. They surround their quarterback. You get success ultimately. Now, this next part is where Lamb went, oh, I got to back my other players that aren't named me at the playmaking spot. I mean, we got just as many weapons, but that extra player, all it takes is one. You can be so close to Super Bowl, and it can be a deciding factor, which is right. I would also argue they don't have as many weapons, but you can't be quite that negative in the end there. I don't think anyone deserves the criticism he gets, by the way, Lamb said on Dak Prescott. They're crazy, bro. You got to understand, it's football. A lot of other people get paid to make plays, but the way that he gets talked about is crazy. It's wild. I don't think he deserves it. Do you agree with CeeDee Lamb on the discourse around Dak and that, hey, they should probably get better playmakers? Y for yes, N for no in the comments section. I am very much inclined to agree with CeeDee Lamb. Let me hear you guys. Y for yes, N for no. I think Lamb's right. You need better playmakers, and the people tend to talk about Dak Prescott sometimes, not everyone, as if he's like some bottom 5 quarterback, which isn't accurate at all as far as I'm concerned. So those were Lamb's comments. Now, some of the Chat Sports crew, Harrison Graham among them, down at the Super Bowl this week. Here's what his interview with Jay Glazer. Some interesting notes on Mike McCarthy, Dak Prescott, the Cowboys. Take a listen/watch.
A lot of changes in Dallas. Kellen moves on. Mike McCarthy taking over play calling. What do you make of that move? Do you think that's a good move for Dak Prescott and the team moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, look, Dak was going backwards, right? And he's been struggling. So, yeah, I do like the move. You know, here's what I love about Mike McCarthy, man. Like, I don't think Mike has got enough credit in the league. If you look at put his stats and Sean Payton's stats, they're like similar. They're identical, right? But what Mike does is when things are going wrong, he puts everything on his shoulders. Everything. He takes all the blame. So there may be other coaches who mess up in there, but you won't know, right? You'll always just think it's Mike. And then when things are doing great, all he does is heap praise on everybody else. Mike McCarthy is one of the most stand-up dudes in this league, and I think the authenticity is what it's been 2 franchises now that it's resonated with.
Jerry Jones typically hasn't been known to spend heavily in free agency. Do you think this team is more aggressive than they have been in recent years in the offseason?
Last year, I almost looked at last year like, man, they're kind of setting this up for like, I was like, man, they're just going to fail because, you know, they had all this cap room, right? They got rid of Cooper. Randy Gregory, he left for Denver. So I thought this was one of Mike's best years he's ever had because they didn't spend the cap room, and yet look what they did. So I thought this was one of the best coaching jobs McCarthy's ever done. But, yeah, they need to start spending.
What do you think they need? What's the number one thing they need player-wise to get past that divisional round?
They need some receivers. They need some more pass rushers in there that could not pass. I mean, obviously they got to and what they've done over there. Man, but receivers are big. They need more depth on the offensive line. But no, like I said, I think this is the best coaching job I've seen him do in a long time.
Is Dak good enough?
Yeah, Dak's good enough. Yes, I don't know what it was why he wasn't seeing things out there the way, and he kept making those mistakes.
Like this
Yeah.
year,
So that's what. Yeah, I was confused by that.
Not a lot I disagree with there from Jay Glazer, the Fox Sports insider. He's very much a Mike McCarthy buddy, so I'm not surprised or even criticizing the praise he had from McCarthy. I think McCarthy did a good job this year. I would maybe push back on it's not anyone else's. Mike takes all the blame because, well, we've been here 3 years and we fired 2 coordinators already, so I'm not really sure that's accurate, but I think a lot of what he said matched up with CeeDee Lamb of like, hey, get receiver help in the end. Hopefully the Cowboys actually do that. Make sure you guys are subscribed for free Cowboys videos every single day right here on the channel. Make sure those noties are turned on. The final topic of today's show, Kyle Pitts trade, and I'm really going to emphasize the rumors in air quotes here, / actually in quotes on screen, report of, the Falcons are going to get trade offers, and they're not going to trade him, and the Cowboys should go get him, which is fine. The Cowboys had interest in the 2021 NFL draft. I have interest in Kyle Pitts. Again, it takes 2 teams to make a trade. This is not the NBA where 16 trades happen in a day, unfortunately. This is the NFL. Teams in general don't trade away very promising young top 5 picks who Pitts got hurt this past year, limited his impact pretty significantly. But, I mean, when he's actually gotten the football, he's been really good. And make no mistake, if I could get Kyle Pitts, I'd do it right now. They could have my first-round pick. I'd ship them. I'd say, here's my first-rounder. We're going to plug Kyle Pitts in at tight end 1, buy Dalton Schultz, let Jake Ferguson, Hendershot be tight end 2, and boom, with gas there. I'd love to get Kyle Pitts on this team. I wanted him coming out of Florida. I didn't think he was going to ever be there. The Penei Sewell was your more realistic pipe dream. That one came up just short. Worked out fine. He got Micah Parsons. In a redraft, by the way, Micah goes way before Kyle Pitts does. But the Falcons aren't going to trade him. They need to build around whether it's Desmond Ridder or a new quarterback this upcoming year and beyond. And the London-Pitts pairing is like the whole goal long-term for that grouping in Atlanta. So I don't find it realistic, but drop a different name for me. We will be doing some trade targets on an upcoming video. Maybe your player suggestion will make that video. Let me know in the comments section who you want to trade for right now.